Hey everybody, welcome to your beautiful table. Today we're going to talk about Yankee Candle Sicilian Lemon candle, so stay tuned. Thanks everybody for coming on back. If you're new to the channel, I'm really glad you're here. At your beautiful table, we talk about home fragrance, tabletop decor, flowers, table linens, silverware, china, all that kind of good stuff. So if you like that kind of content, consider subscribing. I'm going to point to the subscribe button because we'd love to have you. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video because at the end I share with you ways you can be entered to win free candle stuff. All right, so Yankee Candle, a tried and true, a classic candle jar. This is their small jar. You know, they have the large jar, a small jar, and then they come in a couple of different sizes. But the small jar here, it is 14.5 ounces and offers 75 hours of burn time. And that's what I got in my experience. So in this review, I'm going to talk about the aesthetics of the candle performance in terms of fragrance intensity and throw. And we're going to talk about the scent or fragrance blend too. So let's bring it up to you. So it may be hard to see because it's got a pretty clear label, but a classic label here by Yankee Candle. They did this smaller label format, which, you know, if you're going to do a sticker label, I'd like to see a larger one, just if you're going to have an image. But the lemons there off the tree, sort of the Sicilian or like the Italian Sicilian countryside there, a nice image. Traditional Yankee Candle label. It's a nice label. I mean, it's got these chrome accents there, so nice label. It's not that big, and so you get a lot of the yellow, which if you're looking for that nice lemony yellow color for your kitchen or your living area, it just shows up a lot. And so it's pretty like a clean approach. You'll notice that this candle is a one-wick candle, and there's a lot of the wax. I guess it's not a ton, but there's a considerable portion of the wax there. This candle put itself out on the last burn. It's a safety feature that a lot of candles have. When the wick gets too low, it just puts itself out. A lot of good burns. As I mentioned, this one gets about 75 hours of burn time. I had a similar experience, and you can see, we'll move on into candle performance here. You can see that the wax generally melted pretty well away from the jar. There's not a lot of soot or smoke. There's a little bit of like cloudiness to the top of the candle jar, and that is because I used an Alumilid. Now, an Alumilid is a metal disc kind of thing that you can put on top of your Yankee candles, and you can see all the soot from the candle got accumulated. You see how it's dark there on the Alumilid. And so many people ask, does the Alumilid work, and do I need one? And I would say the Alumilid works. It's like $10 or so. They come in a lot of different designs. They're easy to clean off. You just run this under warm soapy water and the soot just washes right off. I've had this one for over a year. They often have accessories at Yankee Candle on sale, and so it's not a big investment, but really improves the experience with the one-wick candles from Yankee Candle. Now, the one thing to point out is that you'll get jar candles maybe by oh my gosh, why can't I think of like Village Candle, or you may get, oh my gosh, why can't I, it's like the Country Candle brand, Kringle Candle. You'll get 2-wick candles in these large jars. You shouldn't use, and you can't, you can, but you shouldn't use your Yankee Candle Alumilid with those candles that have the 2 wicks, because you see how the opening here just lines up for the Yankee Candle. It means that the flame is predominantly coming out of the middle part. Well, the 2 wicks of the other candle brands will land right on the edge and will superheat the Alumilid, which may cause the glass to crack and might be a fire hazard. So only use the Yankee Candle Alumilid with Yankee Candle single wick candles, but it really improves the flame performance. The flame holds nice and steady, and all the soot you can see gets on the Alumilid. So I use mine here. I won't put it on here because it like makes that as I wave this candle around. It takes a good long while, this hard wax from Yankee Candle, it takes a good long while for it to create a full wax pool. I mean, like an hour plus, and so it's not an instant on candle. when you come home in the evening, you'll want to light the candle and then let it burn for a good long while before you get any fragrance. Or, a weekend nice long burn is a great time, but it's not one that you can light and then have instant fragrance. You'll begin to notice some fragrance in the air pretty soon after, but it does take a while for a full wax pool to form. And I did get a nice full wax pool here. It was only probably like 1/4 of an inch deep each time I had a good long burn on the candle. This candle did form those carbon balls at the top, or the mushroom cap that forms on top, which makes it really easy to just snip off. And I'm doing this like it's with scissors, but I use a Yankee Candle wick trimmer to trim the wicks of my candles, get it down to 1/4 of an inch, and remove any of the debris. So the candle burned nice and clean. None of the debris fell into the candle, and it made the wax look great the whole time the candle was burning. So in terms of wax performance and candle pool and the wax longevity, I was really happy with this candle. The flame looked nice, and it's a nice size. This Yankee Candle classic jar size fits well. It doesn't take up the whole space on a tabletop, and so it's a nice compact size. I did like this particular size because if you buy a large jar from Yankee Candle, it feels like weeks and months for you to burn through that whole candle. And this one, while at I think it's a $26 price point, does, it's only 75 hours, and so, a couple of weeks depending on how much you burn your candle, but it allows you to sort of move through candle fragrances. So if you buy one, you don't particularly love it, you don't feel like you've wasted a whole bunch of money, you still get your couple of weeks out of it, and then you can move on to another candle. So it's a great way to sort of try a fragrance from Yankee Candle without going whole hog into a large jar. Now I do buy the Yankee Candle the rose one. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the, not the sun-kissed rose, it is the pink one. I'll think of it in a minute, or you all can be like, John, it's this rose. But anyway, I'm having a complete brain freeze when it comes to thinking about that rose fragrance. But I do buy the large jar because I love it, and I burn it throughout the spring and summer. Let's talk a little bit about, so we've talked about the wax performance has been great, the flame performance was really nice. Let's talk about the candle fragrance blend. This candle is essentially a lemon candle, but it is a little bit more crisp and sweet. It doesn't go to lemon pledge or lemon furniture cleaner. It does stay in sort of a crisp lemon with a sweet note on the bottom. So when I think about this, it's like slicing into a lemon, you get that fresh lemon oil scent and then a little bit of sweet. And so the fragrance notes on this, I believe, were lemon rind, lemon zest, and then it goes to lemon, and then it was sugary notes down on the bottom. So overall, a sweet lemon approach. It doesn't get sweet and creamy like Pledge. It stays crisp and clean. It makes it for a really good kitchen candle. So after you've been cooking food in the evening or in the weekend, you can light this candle and will help add that lemon fragrance, which will be fresh and clean. It's also a good cleaning candle. So if you've been cleaning or want to have a weekend cleaning time, this is a great one to burn while you're running the vacuum cleaner, dusting, and those kinds of things to help add that fresh, clean lemon scent to your house without it smelling like lemon pledge or lemon cleaner. It's got a fresher, more natural lemon scent. Now on cold, that you can get your face right down into it and smell, and it does smell the same way burning as it smells on cold. There's just, in terms of the fragrance experience, there's not a lot of it here. And now this is a perennial problem that I hear folks on video reviews talk about Yankee Candle, and I was hoping that wouldn't be the case for this one. I was hoping for a little bit more fragrance, but this one I would say is about a 2 on a 10-point scale. If we put Diptyque and Nest and Homeworks sort of on the upper end, 8, 9, 10, this one is a 2. So, there's some folks that say basically Yankee Candle is unscented. I don't think that's the case for some of their rose candles, but in this case, outside of the room it was burning in, it was really hard to smell the fragrance of this candle. which means, you know, you can have more than one candle burning in a different room. It means you're not being run out by like an overpowering fragrance. And so for some folks who are sensitive to scent and just want to have a light scent, Yankee Candle may be great for those of you out there. If you want a more robust, full-bodied fragrance experience, it's going to be a room-filling or even home-filling fragrance. This candle, unfortunately, and the one that I got, isn't going to be that for you. I was able to smell it in a room. It was a light scent, which was pleasant, that light lemon scent, pleasant and enjoyable in a room, but in terms of full house or full room fragrance experience, it really fell short. Now it did not smoke or soot, of course, and so that was an advantage, which meant that I could have good long burns and not worry about it too much. But I was really disappointed. So there is a lemon rosemary candle from Kringle that I really love, that I would say that I like this better than, and I'll put a link to that one below. So if you've been considering like the Yankee Candle Sicilian Lemon, you may want to go with the Kringle candle. I think it's called Rosemary and Lemon. I love those two together, and I actually prefer it. And so that rosemary has a fresh herbal, and the lemon is nice and strong and crisp in that candle. And so it's a perennial favorite for me. The format that I got from Kringle was a 3-wick, very similar to Bath & Body Works, but they do make other formats. So I'll put a link to those below. So if you're looking for a lemon candle and you're like, okay, John, great, you said the Yankee Candle Sicilian Lemon just didn't meet your expectations. What does? Well, the Kringle candle Rosemary Lemon is a really great one. It's got sort of an icy, crisp lemon approach, which is really nice. So overall, I would say the Yankee Candle Sicilian Lemon, if you're really like very soft scents and you're looking for a lemon candle and you find this one on sale, it'd be one to consider. But there are others that are out there that I like, that I personally like more. Now we've made it to the end of the video, and I get to share with you about our newsletter. So our newsletter is a way that I do drawings when our YouTube channel and our website, yourbeautifultable.com, hit a variety of milestones. So sign up for the newsletter. The link is below. Don't put in a spammy email address, because that's the way I reach out to you to say, hey, you've won drawings from our newsletter giveaway. So be sure to leave an email address you actually use. I don't spam you. I send a newsletter about once a week that helps keep you up to date on things that we're doing on the website and on the YouTube channel, so you don't have to track us down. So friends, thanks for watching this review of Yankee Candle Sicilian Lemon Candle, and we'll see you next time.